Hey guys, it's Jules, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Pride Flag book tag. I was tagged by Julie from Julie's Bookish Endeavors, and the creator of this tag is Spencer from Common Spence. So the way this tag works is there's 6 prompts for 6 colors of the rainbow pride flag. Since each color has its own meaning within the flag, the prompts are based off of that meaning. Let's just jump right into it. First up, we've got red, which is life, and the prompt is a protagonist who is very proud of themselves, who's full of life, who gives you life. I chose Sweetie because she's very proud of who she is. She knows that she's an athlete and doesn't let the fact that her mom's constantly giving her shit for being fat affect her. She knows she's a good athlete and that her weight does not affect that in any way. I really love that about her. I love that she doesn't listen to the bad things that other people are saying. She knows who she is and she's confident in that. Next, we've got Orange, which is healing. It is a book that made you find a deeper meaning or catharsis in your own life, and I chose Radio Silence by Oseman. I chose this book because Frances is struggling with school and getting good grades and believing that she has to follow a certain career path in order to be successful, and by the end of it she discovers that's not correct. She can do art if that's really what makes her happy, and I just really appreciate that because when I first read this book I was in my first year of college and I was really struggling because I wasn't sure whether photojournalism was really the path for me or not, and this helped a lot. It really made me just kind of evaluate and be hey, this is what I want. This is what genuinely makes me happy. Yellow is sunshine, and it is a book that can light up your whole day and even brighten up the darkest of days, and I chose Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I chose this book because even though it's been years since I've read it and I have only the slightest hint of what this book is about, I remember absolutely loving it. It made me so happy, and it still does, because even to this day, if people ask for recommendations for graphic novels, this is one of the first that I think of because I loved it just that much. And even though it's been so long since I've read it, I know I could just pick it up right now and still enjoy it just as much as I did the first time I read it. Green is nature, and the prompt for this is a book that is set out of this world or is in a different reality, and I chose Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor because I absolutely adore this book. The reason I picked it up was because of the podcast, which is 1,000 times better in my opinion, but the book was still really good. The reason I picked this book is just because it takes place in the town of Night Vale, which is located in the US, but they're very, very different than a typical town. Creepy things happen, there are 5-headed dragons, there's a glow cloud, dogs are not allowed in the dog park, just to give you a little taste of what's in this book. And so yeah, I thought this would be a perfect fit because although it does take place on Earth, it's very, very different from our reality. Up next is Blue, and it is peace, and the prompt is a book in which one of the characters finds peace with a difficult truth, and for that I chose Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Ngan. I chose this book partially because I just finished reading it and I absolutely adored this book, but also because the main character, Lay, she comes to terms with something that she's been holding on the hope for years. She has to come to terms with the fact that what she wants to happen isn't going to happen. Sorry for being vague, I just don't want to spoil this book for people who want to read it because I definitely recommend this book. Everyone should pick it up. Last but not least, we have Purple, which is Spirit, and it is a book that deals with LGBT plus themes as well as religion. And I personally have not read any books that deal with both, but I do have some that I want to read. So the one I'm going to mention for this prompt is The Miseducation of Cameron Post, because I know based off the description, she's a lesbian and she has a conservative religious aunt. So I'm pretty sure it plays a really big role, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't read it yet. I really do hope to pick it up soon because I've heard so many great things about it. So that's all the prompts. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, obviously do the normal stuff, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.